welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, settle in, we've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion Cleveland Browns and the champions of the NFC, the Chicago Bears. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Greg, it has been a long run to get here. 2 weeks of build-up, the media day, the radio interviews. It's all over now. Finally, it's time for football, and for these players, the long wait is almost over.
Well, I can promise you one thing, Mike. Every single one of these players and coaches in their mind right now is saying the exact same thing. Let's just kick the ball off already. We're tired of talking about the game. We're tired of meetings and practice. It's been a long 2 weeks for both of these clubs. They're ready to get this thing kicked off, and let's decide the outcome of who's going to be Super Bowl champs on the field. And I know you and we got the best seats in the house.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. They'll run here with the rookie. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Here's a first carry for their running back, just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Now after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Now fair catch is called for and made right there at the 45. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
They'll throw out of the gun. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Off-balance throw. It's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's going to have a Browns first down. I do believe he gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll take it on in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Browns. Now, the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Browns are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Back to throw here to begin the drive. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The extra point is up and through. And the Bears will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Right back to the air following that pick 6.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. Here's 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Trying the right side, taken in by Collins. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play. So let's check out this call. The Browns getting their punting team out there. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone, and that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Returnable from the 17. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So, 1 quarter down here on Super Bowl Sunday. It's the Browns with the advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a nice run there on 1st down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. Tight end going in motion here. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. And he gets that one complete to Collins. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bears offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. That's fielded at about the 18. The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And they'll begin with very good field position after the free kick. It's 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. In motion now, it's Collins. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And the defense rallies to the ball, brings them down at the 5. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. The Bears offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks. At this rate, I'm not sure they're confident their quarterback's going to make it out of this game in one piece. In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain. That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. He'll try the right side this time. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. He's going to run it, and he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He'll try to, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Bears offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there. He'll go down. There's a penalty flag down as well. This could very well be a hold. Off the play fake. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The Bears sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. It's a short kick. Fair catch is called for, and they're going to be in business with a short field to work. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's over the middle and caught by Collins.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. He'll look to throw. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one
to
to
quarters
tighten up
left in the NFL
significantly.
season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate In motion now, it's Collins. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. He'll keep this himself. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board. The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And the Browns have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. What a moment. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.